AZ-ATG mobile.
Alright, all I really heard was mobile, but I think it was Tim. It's KD8SLG.
What's up, Nick? How you doing this morning, man?
Oh, I'm passing by the radio on my way to pee. It was quiet this morning, and then there you are. Where are you off to this morning, Tim? It's Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to work. It's, well, they got a lot of overtime since they got rid of half our people, so, it helps. Almost got the 991A paid off. I'm already looking for what my next little trick pony is going to be. What you got planned for today?
I got nothing. I can't drive to. We have a fox hunt today. Sarah does this morning, and that's Bueller's parking lot at 10 o'clock. And I don't feel like driving that far for what could be a 10-minute event. And I'd really like to be going to the North Hamfest in Elyria, but that's another just drive I can't make. So gonna do some convalescing today.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch of emails from, there's different activities. I actually was planning on going to the fox hunt. They had said that the overtime was going to run out, and then all of a sudden it didn't. So I won't be off work by then, so I won't make it. But maybe I'll listen along. I don't know. That probably won't matter or help. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do after work. I might just go home and tinker around with the radio. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today. Sometimes on nice summer weekends I get out and build some antennas or tinker around in the backyard. We'll see what I get into. I don't know.
Cool. Well, and I'm still the hands of Audrey, so I got her mom to come by and be her hands for, all Thursday afternoon and night, so I could go to the club meeting. So I kind of got to stick with that today, and I don't have anyone to watch over her as well. So, or I'd probably be on my way to Ron's, so I could hop in the big red truck and be on the way to Norris Fest.
W8WKY.
haven't been to the North Fest. I need to. The last time I drove to Elyria, I must have went the longest way possible because it felt like it took all day to get there. But yeah, I need to put that on my radar to go one of these times. Yeah, I know a couple people that have had that surgery. I think my mother-in-law's had that surgery. I'll have to ask. I know my one best friend that I'm gonna hang out with on Monday. His now ex-wife, his last wife, he's had several, had that surgery done, and so it's I commend you there for doing the good work. KZ8TJ Mobile.
Well, you know, a little bit of karmic justice and payback in there as well. Excuse me, then. All right. I'm going to finish walking down the hall. You caught me on the way there, not the way back. I'll be back in a few. I think Ray's out there. You're the only person I heard, but let's give Ray a holler. K5CFY. This is KD8SLG. Saw you hooked up, Ray. I'll be back. KD8SLG.
SLG. All right, we'll get on down the hall there, and good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Ray. It's beautiful as beautiful can be here. Clear, and sun's coming up, blue sky with a little bit of orange and pink. 61 degrees, shockingly, feels amazing. Yeah, you got me for a couple, and then I'll be down in my hole. Go ahead.
Well, it's pretty nice here, too. It's going to be another hot one, but that's expected. But anyway, don't think we got any rain for a couple of days. So, anyway, good to hear you in there. Hope you're having a good weekend. And we'll be 73 to you there. And like I said, have a great weekend. K5 CFY, we're listening.
All right, Ray. Well, good to hear you on here, and to hang in there. I can't handle that heat too well, so God bless, man. Well, I'm getting ready to head down in, and we got some brand new construction right up here where I got to merge, so I'm going to jump off, and Nick might come back in a minute if you want to stick around, but I'll be off for at least 5. KZ8TJ Mobile.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, listening.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango. Not much to listen to. I think Nick ran down the hall, and Tim is, I think, in a bad spot. But anyway, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Ray. Is it going to be a beautiful day out there in Oklahoma? I think, we could have used you and Fred here today. We got that fox hunt. We could have put Fred's nose to work, and he could have found that transmitter just so easy. It would have been, he'd been hanging on, just following his tracks. AA8CT.
He knows how to use his nose. I mean, when we go for a walk, it's not a fast walk at all. He smells every blade of grass and light pole and telephone pole and all that. He has to smell and check it all out and marks a lot of it too.
Yeah, but you'd rather have him mark it outside than inside. So there you have it. It's a good day then.
Roger that. I think it's 73 degrees, something like that. Clear. Not too bad. Got a little breeze blowing. It's pretty cool, but it's supposed to get up in the upper 90s. The heat index is going to be like 110, so it's going to be another hot one, but that's pretty normal. Anyway, good to hear you. And hopefully everybody will have a good weekend. K5 CFY.
Well, the club on a fox hunt for quite a while, and so it's going to be interesting to see how much participation we've got. Supposedly, looking at the clouds, it's not supposed to rain until the PM today, and so the fox hunt should be done by then. And just looking forward to a little bit of a different adventure in the ham radio side of things. So yeah. With that, I've got to wrestle. I got 3 dogs wandering out in the yard. I got to kind of wrestle them in and get them back into the house. So good hearing from you, Ray, and I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'm glad that you're having 110 and we're not. And that's meant with all the love that we do love you, but it's just kind of, I'd rather you have it than us. AAHCT, we will be listening on the side. Have a great one, Ray. Take care, my friend.
Hey, Craig, well, good to hear you in there as well. Good luck on the fox hunt. Yeah, we used to do them at least once a month 4 or 5 years ago. Well, I guess it was before COVID, and we just never have got back into it. But they can be a lot of fun.
Well, I hope it is. For everybody, not only for the ones that are participating, as well for the ones that planned it. So yeah, it is. It's an event, and I think that's one of the things that we can keep getting people together. Then that's all a good. AAHCT will be listening on the side here. Take care, Ray. Have a great day.
Well, you're absolutely right. The camaraderie is the main thing, but. Anyway, we'll get off of here and we'll listen, see who all else is out there. K5 CFY.
Good morning, KCQ. There's Ray. There's AACT Craig, I think. I remember. KCQ, morning.
Well, good morning, Mark. How was your night? And are you going to join us for the fox hunt today? AAHCT.
No, I'm not going to do the fox hunt. But I am thinking about running over to Glennora's Fest and do that. Had a good sleep last night, so that was good. So KC8 FQV.
KC8 FQV, KDSLG, good morning, Mark. AACT, hi there, Craig. K5 CFY, KD8SLG, if you're still out there, Ray. I haven't heard much from AE5ME Jeff. How's he taking the implosion of M17, if I may ask so boldly?
W8WKY.
88 SLG K5. Yeah, you're right. He has not shut down, but he is definitely not on doing stuff like he has been. I don't know if he just got burnt out or what, but he wasn't even at our last meeting. So not really sure what's going on with him. I know he changed jobs, but he says this one's a whole lot easier for him, but not real sure what's going on with Jeff.
Oh, I know he really spearheaded getting a bunch of people together doing the M17 thing, and that just sort of disappeared inside of a week. And I mean, I bought some stuff to put together with it and never got around to it, and I'm sort of glad I didn't put a whole lot of time into it now. KD8SLG.
Well, like I said, I'm not real sure if somebody crossed him up or something. I don't know, but you're right. He was really into that M17 and that other deal, the Mistastic stuff. He was big on that too. And then we had to deal with the repeater here. I'm not sure what all that was going on, but you know, we don't do the Fusion Net anymore on Sundays. But anyway, it's kind of a crazy thing going on. But anyway, I guess he probably just got a little perturbed or something. But anyway, he's hadn't been on like he was anyway. Hopefully he'll get over it.
Sometimes we're like children with our new toys, and we play with them hard and heavy, and then kind of put them back in the box later on. All right, man. Who's got the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon? I think the schedule still says open, or at least the web page does.
The one and only Mr. Josh was scheduled to do the second hour today, but he texted me and he wants to do the first hour. I think him and Miss Lucy and Betty and W1LL got something to do. Anyway, so Josh is going to do the first hour, and I'll probably end up doing the second hour.
Well, cool. I plan on checking in this afternoon. For everybody out there, if Josh is doing it, that probably means we'll be linked up for it here on the W8WKY, so that'll be fun, something to do. All right, I'm going to hop off here and out of here for a few minutes. Good talking to you, Ray, and we'll catch up with you later today on the N5XUK Memorial Boredom Breaker net, probably. It's KD8SLG. Clear for now.
Alrighty, Nick. Well, you take care of Miss Audrey there, and we'll say 73 to you. Have a great day, and if you ever talk to Chris again, tell him I said hi. We'll catch you later. K5 CFY.
Jim. The radio is still working, I think. KC8QV. Yeah, Nick, if you're out there listening, I heard you, then thanks, and you have a good morning. Ray. So, KC8QV.
Morning, Mark, the GXX Mobile.
CX Mobile, yeah, it looks like today is going to be a go for the Fox, I think. So, KCFQV. But at 7 o'clock, you know, a lot can change between now and a half hour. So, KCFQV.
Yeah, real good. Yep. Should be a beautiful day. And a cool start for once, and get the house cooled down. And get it 70 or 85 today, so still feel good this morning. Jimmy Bell get some porch time in.
Yeah, I think.
Good morning, Tom. He came in there, but he said he was down in the dead spot, so I don't know if he's out there or not. But, hope you're going to have a good Saturday. AHCT.
Yeah, roads all lead to an activity somewhere. KCFQV.
Yeah, real good. Yeah. Craig doubled with you a little bit, but got both of you all right. Hey, Craig.
Good morning, Tom, and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. If there's any rain, it doesn't come supposedly until the PM, which is great for the fox hunt. And I don't know, I thought when I first turned the radio on, Tim was kind of signing off saying he was going down into a gully or something, and I don't know if he's back on or if he's destinated. But, yeah, it's been kind of quiet this morning. But anyway, I'm going to be listening on the side. We got it looks like about 8 or 9 minutes here until Jim rolls in. So if there's anybody else who'd like to jump in there, we'd love to hear from you, AAHCT.
I'd just like to say hello at QFH Airport Toaster. W8WKY.
Well, there you have it. Now we've got 2 out of 3 marks. That's pretty good. How are you doing now? How are you doing today, Mark? And is that chest pain and all that, is that all behind you now, and you're just going down the road in a forward direction? AAHCT.
I played 2 games chess. I won, and 2 games I lost. So I found out last night. I played last night. You know, I enjoyed myself in that. At least I found it out right. You know, and
WB8 BMW. WB8 BMW is KD8SLG. Good morning, Jim. How you doing? How's Miss Judy?
KD8 SLG. WB8 BMW. Yeah, Judy's doing good. She got another dose of iron yesterday, so if she don't start rusting, she'll start feeling better. So everything is pretty good so far. And, well, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice day for your fox hunt today. I hope that turns out real good. So, Nick, how are you doing? Then we'll get this here thing started with the Saturday crew. KD8 SLG, WB8 VFW.
I'm hanging in there, Jim. Thanks for asking. Not going to make any events today, though. But if you're out on the porch this afternoon, it sounds like Josh is going to be doing the Boredom Breaker Net this afternoon. So we'll be linked up here, I'm sure. So maybe you can play a little radio this afternoon. It's not too hot out on the porch. It's nice starting the day at 60-some degrees anyway. And glad to hear Miss Judy's doing good. You have fun with the Saturday crew there, Jim. And you have a great tomorrow as well. WB8 BMW, KD8 SLG.
All righty, Nick. All right, we'll get this here crew up and running and do their first contact so that when they get ready for the official net, they'll be up and running. But first, I got always my Saturday crew here. And always on Saturday, the top of the list is KBA TBQ. Standing there looking at all of that equipment, you're waiting to watch and run by itself, and you can sit back and watch. How about it, Ron? How's your day starting, or how's your weekend starting so far? WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW, this is KB8 TPQ. Good morning, Jim. Well, I've been down here at the Radio Shack listening to the few different amateurs chit-chatting together and waiting for Jim to show up, and here he is. Yep, I'm very thankful. Another day. It looks like I don't have a whole lot of hard work to do. I have been looking at that equipment over here on the corner. I got a little area set up for exercise. And you know what? You're right, Jim. It just sits there looking back at me if I don't pick it up and turn it on. So, but I do enjoy listening in on Saturday mornings. So I'm thankful to hear that Judy's doing well. I think the thermometer in the front outside said 61, and the one in the back says 61. So here in Wadsworth, we're just got a beautiful day started. KBA TPQ, back to you, Jim, WB8 BMW.
All righty, Ron. Well, if that exercise equipment is going to keep you healthy and everything, and keep the man from punching your ticket too early, yeah, go get on it. Yeah, and use it. But, you know, sometimes you just don't want to overdo it. So you make up your own mind there. And just stay healthy. Yeah, and Judy's doing okay. She's got 2 more iron shots next week. I think it's Tuesday and Friday. And hopefully, with the repair they done over the 4th weekend, yeah, maybe she'll hang in there for a little bit longer and feel better. Okay, Ron, you take care. And if you guys are going to do anything like the balloon festival or anything, give us a heads up in the morning, and you know, let us know what to look forward to. All righty, Ron, you take care. Okay, now we'll let me see. We'll go up to Grandpa and just take I think he's supposed to be off and running here, but we'll try him anyway. K8 PMI, WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW, this is K8 PMI from the East Coast of the United States in Delaware. A little bit overcast here, but very humid. Going to have a beach day today, and I am just drinking my coffee, relaxing, and putting work out of my mind. So I'm getting rejuvenated and recharged, but couldn't miss you, and I knew you'd forget I was on vacation, but you didn't, so good for you. So other than that, I'll send it back to you. I'm just going to be sitting here listening and enjoying my time. This is K8TMI 73, everybody.
All righty, Phil. Well, I'm glad you chimed in this morning because I hate to have blank spots in my regulars list. And hope you're having fun up there. And if you went up there on vacation, I hope you have a great time and get some good deals and all that good stuff. So, and if you're going up there for work, don't work too hard. All righty, Phil. Well, let's go down and see if the 700 machine is up and running so that we can talk to AC8AT. Top of the morning, John.
WB8 BMW, AC8AT. A big top of the morning to you, Jim. Ah, good heavens. I'm worn out today. The neighbors came over and we took down, I got 5 trees, dead trees in the back that need to come down. We got one down and we got it all chopped up and cleaned up and got it out on the curb for the chipper people. And I'm just worn out, buddy. I tell you, I'm too old for this stuff. But anyway, it's a nice day. It's a beautiful day today, Jim. 61 degrees here. A little high in the humidity, 97%. But I think we're going to have a real nice day today and probably get some sprinkles tomorrow. So anyway, I'll let you round them up. And let me say best of 73s to the entire gang. And I'll be there in spirit for that hunt they're going to do. WB8 BMW. Top of the morning, my friend. AC8AT.
All righty, John. Well, be sure and not let your spirit cheat on the fox hunt here. Because, they got to find the signal and trace it down. Don't need no help from little spirits helping the guys along. Okay, John, you take care. And let the younger guys do all the work on them trees. And you sit back and point and grunt. And that's what they call a stupid visor. That's when you get as old as we are, that's our best job is supervising. All righty, John, take care. All righty, Chris, we'll see if you got your coffee this morning. KE8MMY, WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW. Good morning, Jim, and all the rest of the netizens there. We got a busy day today. So Coursera Club is doing their fox hunt. I think everybody knows about that. And it is the quarterly Parks on the Air, support your Parks on the Air weekend. So we'll have even more Parks on the Air than we usually do. Hinckley Reservation is celebrating its 200th year, and the got a special call sign, W88, Whiskey 8 Hinckley. And they're going to be on 20 and 40 and maybe even 17 from 9 a.m. Oh, give me a second. They're going to be on the air from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on 20 meters, 40 meters, maybe 17 meters. They have a call-in on 145.290, which is the North Coast Brunswick repeater. And again, that call is W8H. And then, of course, we're also having the Noise Fest. So from 9 a.m. to noon at Lorain County Community College, we're having that today. And so there's just a whole bunch of shaking going on there, Jim. So hope you get to see it. You said something about balloons. That'd be nice if you got to see some of them. But it might be a little wet in the morning. KE8MMY, back to you.
All righty, Chris. Well, it is going to be busy on the air. We have two appointments today. One at 9:30, and the other one at I think it's about 3 or maybe 2 or 3. I'm not sure yet. So it's going to be busy all over the place. All righty, Chris. You take care. All righty. Now we'll get down in the middle of the dog pack here. K4OG, WB8 VMW. Did you get those turnbuckles on your veranda out there, and so your junk don't fall down in the backyard? WB8 VMW.
WB8 VMW. K4OG. Jim and everyone. Jim, I got to source the materials. I got to source the cable and turnbuckles and probably some pulleys and cantilevers, like you say. I'm going to get an engineer. I got to get an engineer to kind of diagram this stuff up. What do you call that? Blueprint? Yeah. It's in the works, Jim. Sure is. Jim, I'll be on the fox hunt today, and I was thinking what fox like to eat and stuff and how to attract them. I got some urea of muskrat. I thought I'd put that on the dab of my left and right ear. That ought to attract them. And then I got to thinking, Stefan's going to be riding along with me. I don't know how well he's going to like that. What do you think, Jim? K4OG.
Well, I'll tell you, if that's what you're going to put a little dab on each ear, I guarantee you that your better half is not going to kiss you. You're not going to get no hugs from nobody. And it'll be just like you have a force field around you. You won't have no company. And Stefan might be like them famous bulldogs with his head outside the window while you're traveling down the road. So I think I would change to something else to put as a bait for a fox. You know, maybe a cute fox tail or something, you know, to get their attention. But I don't know about that muskrat egg smell. That don't sound good. Try something else, Mark. I got to get going here. I'm going to be late. So you take care and take care, Stinky. Okay. KE8 SFS WB8 VMW.
Hey Jim, how you doing? And how is Judy doing? Yeah. Doing okay and everything. I played some chess yesterday. Won 2 games and lost 2 games. So I'm down out even. And doing okay and everything right now. And just laying on my bed and listening to you guys talking and everything. So that's pretty much it there. Went to the car show yesterday at the Scene Center. And they had pretty good, lot of old cars in there, and you know, and I enjoyed myself. And they had lunch there. I had that, and but other than that, that's pretty much all I got to really say. So I'm going to give it back to you, Jim. You and Judy had a good day. Kia F8 Serpato, sir.
All righty, Mark. well, good deal on the 50-50 yesterday. That's good. You come out happy and won a couple, and a couple guys, they got happy because they won a couple. So all is good. All righty, Northern Mark, KC8, FQV, WB8, BMW. Your turn.
Oh, morning, Jim, and everyone else. Yeah, I think a lot of people are up already, starting to mull around. Yeah, Stephens is up already, I see. So, I think he's going to be your handoff. Yeah, you're going to... he might use that stick that you run over his time, into his time. He might just stop by and grab that stick. You better be careful. You better make sure it stays there. But yeah, everything's going good here. 61 degrees. So, yep, all roads lead to something to do. You know, Jim, you got to use them roads sometime and go somewhere. But we'll send it back your way in case you have QV.
All righty, Mark. Yeah, a lot going on today, this weekend, really. All righty, Mark. Yeah, we'll go down and see if Tom is still within range. WAAGXX, WB8 BMW. Good morning, Tom.
Morning. WAGXX Mall.
Well, I got that. All I got was your call letters, but I know you're out there, Tom. So you have a great day. Alrighty, Elmer. I don't know if I got a hold of you yesterday or not. Maybe you're on vacation. KE8 HNK WB8 BMW.
KE8 HNK WB8 BMW. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, the rest of the listeners. Well, I had a heck of a sabbatical from radio this week. Saturday, one of my family members got heat exhaustion, wasn't feeling good, so Sunday I wound up having to sit with them all day. Monday, I had the XYL, and the boy had went to, Sunday morning, the same morning, the XYL and the boy went to California for a conference trip for the school. He's doing really good, and I got into that conference. So all week I was house sitting. Caught a gentleman trying to break into a vehicle. He got arrested because of it. Other than that, I was just doing the work, getting a lot of outside work done on the house over at the XYL's house, and of course, I wound up getting a really nasty case of poison ivy on my left arm. So just kind of deal with that, fall out from that, back on the radio. Glad to be back on the radio, and as always, Jim, good to hear you. Glad to hear Judy's doing good, and with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, K8HNK, back to WB8 BMW.
All righty, Elmer. Well, you've been busy. Well, that's all right. Yeah, you take care of things. Family and stuff like that always comes before, say, radio. But you take care of the family and everything. All righty, Elmer. Okay, we get down to Craig here and wake him up this morning. Hey, CT, WB8 BMW. Good morning, Craig. How's everything with you? What's it look like this weekend?
WB8 VMW. Good morning, Jim. AAHCT. Well, it looks like I'm going to be doing some of the fox hunt stuff today, so that's what it looks like for me, and hopefully the rain holds off. Last I looked at the weather, it wasn't supposed to, if it's going to rain at all, it won't happen until PM, and hopefully that'll be enough time to get through the fox hunt. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting day. And you, I think, was it Mark or somebody mentioned that, because the temperature's so moderate, you might even get some porch time in today. Oh, it was Nick. That's who it was. And then I think he said, I think I heard him say that Josh is going to be running the first hour of the Boredom Breaker. So there you have it. It's a busy ham day. Plus, I heard Chris talking about all the other stuff that's going on. So, wow. We hams have got plenty to ham around with today. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you. Say good morning to Miss Judy, and I'm glad to hear she's doing better, and that's excellent. And have a great day, my friend. And in the next week or two, we're going to do an eyeball QSO. If things settle down here and things are settled up there, I'll drive up and we'll sit on the porch, or we may have to sit inside the house, but we'll chat for a while. AAHCT. Back to you, Jim, and thank you for being the NCO.
All righty, Greg. Yeah, I am going to get some porch time today. We've got a couple appointments, but we will get in some porch time. Nice moderate weather out there. All righty, yeah, we'll see if Randy's got breakfast all finished and he's sitting with these pups in his lap. KDA, CFH, WB8 BMW.
KD8 CSH. Good morning, Jim. Yep, breakfast is all fixed. My wife just finished it, and I got 3 pups in my lap here. They're keeping me warm because I don't want to get that frostbite. Today's going to be hopefully a pretty good day. It's starting out all right, so glad to hear you and your wife are doing okay. Not much going on, so we just kind of plod along day by day and take whatever the Lord gives us. Well, that's about all the rambling I've got. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Randy. Well, we're going to keep things cool, calm, and collected here. Well, I'm going to go to the JAXs before they get... I know they're pedestrians right now. Before they get out of reach of their node, we'll try W8 JAX, WB8 BMW looking. So who all's walking this morning besides you, Wendy, and Lucy? Is Missy with you? Oh, no, she went to Oregon when she gets back. How about it, Rod, Wendy? Your turn.
Hey, good morning there, Jim, and to all on the pre-net. This is W8JAX Portable Pedestrian. Well, I have Miss Wendy here with me.
Hey, good morning there, Jim. This is K8JAX. Glad to hear you out there this morning, and I hope you have a good day.
And we have K9LUCY on the walk, but that's all this morning. Everybody else is sleeping in down here. So we're starting out the day at 75 degrees and going up towards about 90. So it's another warm Florida day. There's not a cloud in the sky down here, though. So anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to you there, Jim. Thanks for giving us a call. It sounds like there's a lot of fun things happening in Hamley in Ohio today. Wish I was there. Back to the pre-net, W8JAX.
All righty, Rod. Well, we wish that you guys were back up here too. But, that's the way it goes, As long as we keep contact and you're happy down there, that's all that matters. Well, you and Wendy and Lucy and the kids all have a great day. All righty, well, we better get down there and see if Ray dozed off yet. K5CFY, WB8 BMW, and then we'll see if Nancy's up and at it this morning. How about it, Ray?
WB8 BMW K5 CFY. Good morning, Jim. Good to hear you in there. Good to hear that Miss Judy is doing all right. But Not much going on here. Just another summer day in northeast Oklahoma. Supposed to get in the upper 90s with the heat index about 110. So it's going to be an inside afternoon. But Mr. Josh has got the first hour of the Barometer Net, and I've got the second hour. So I'll be inside where it's nice and cool this afternoon. So anyway, Jim, thanks for running the net. I always enjoy talking to you and listening. And with that, I'll give it back to you. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. K5 CFY.
All righty, Ray. Well, you have fun down there and stay on the inside if it's like that. It looks like it's going to be nice on the outside up here today. All righty, we'll try Nancy real quick. KI5OZZ, WB8 BMW. Good morning, Nancy. Well, maybe we waited a little bit too late for her. Well, this is Saturday, so she can a lot of things to do. All righty, well, we got about 2.5 minutes. Somebody wants to jump in that I missed or wants to jump in here, go ahead. This is the time.
November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Good morning, Jim. Good morning to the pre-check lists. Good to hear everybody today. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening, but I'll send it back to whoever's doing it, and then I'll pick it up as soon as Jim hands it over.
Well, good morning, Stephen. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Well, I got 2 appointments today, so I'll probably be on the porch and busy with a couple of appointments, and maybe I'll get back on the radio, but who knows. All right, Stephen, well, I got about a little over a minute and a half, so anybody wants to jump in and say good morning, now's the time.
This is KB8LJ. Good morning, everybody, and I'll be in and out.
All righty, LJ. Okay, you take care. And I'm going to give Tom a call here. KA8MNT. Good morning, Tom, if you're listening. And how's everything going with you? Well, he's probably napping, and that's good. It's a weekend. This is a time for rest. All righty. Well, we got about 45 seconds, so we'll go ahead and get Stephen in here, and then, because I got to run in and eat me something real quick, and then get my shower and get ready. So we'll get Stephen in here to smooth out all the rough edges. WB8 BMW. Alrighty, Stephen, they're out there milling around. Now it's your job to straighten them all up and make them legal. WB8 BMW. Everybody stay safe. Have fun today. A lot to do this weekend. Stay safe, stay well, and good Lord willing, we'll be back next week. Back to you, Stephen.
November 8, Whiskey Bravo, CQ. Thanks, Jim. This is CQ calling Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, Saturday Barometer Net. I'll be your net control this morning. My name is Stephen, Sierra Tango Echo Papa Hotel Echo November. My call sign is November 8 Whiskey Bravo. Our repeater call sign is Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee. This is a control net. All traffic must pass through net control. Emergency traffic may break into this net or any nets or any amateur radio frequencies at any time. Sarah meets on this repeater every morning, 7 a.m. except on Sundays. This net is open to all licensed amateurs, and any amateur is encouraged to check in and join us. The PO for this repeater is 114 Mark 8. Also, good morning to all of our listeners, no matter where you're at. Early morning, early pre-check. Let's send it back to Jim for his final comments. WB8BMW, W8WKY. It's good to hear you, Jim. And, yeah, get some porch time there. But any last words or comments? You are up, my friend.
No, I've blabbed just about enough this morning, and everybody's probably tired of hearing me spout off with nonsense and everything. But, yeah, there's a lot of good things on out there. So there's a lot of, if you haven't got anything that you need to do, a lot of camaraderie out there with the fox hunt and a few other things. So have fun and treat ham radio as a hobby, not as a job, Alrighty, Stephen, we'll turn it back to you. Everybody have a great time this weekend. WB8 BMW, headed for the kitchen right now.
WB8 BMW, W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Jim, for being here all the time and all that you do. And, yeah, all the good stuff. So there it is. We won't talk about the bad stuff. There's no bad stuff, I don't think. But anyway. All right, this morning we're using NetLogger. It's at least what some of us use. And netlogger.org is a website you can download it from. We have no affiliation with them, but it's a great program. And if you install it, you can see all kinds of nets going on, and then you can actually tune your radios to get to some of those nets. Jump on all over HF 2 meter, and really, really cool stuff. I know the Beacon Net uses it on a regular basis, and so does Boredom Breaker. So when those nets come up, you can go on NetLogger and check them out, see who's already participating. Really cool piece of software. Been using it for years and years and years and years, so it's probably one of my favorite pieces of amateur radio software other than the digital stuff, which I really enjoy. 1 minute. All right, I am going to read off the list of people that I have before I take some check-ins, and if you hear your name on that list, you don't need to check in again unless for some reason you're going to be short time. Then just let me know that. Rod and Wendy, I'll hit you guys up first. I'm also going to call for a special friend. If he's here, I'll put him on the list, and I'll move him forward as soon as he acknowledges, and then get him right underneath you guys. But here's who I have so far. KD8 SLG, Nick, K5, CFY Ray, KC8FQV, Mark, W8 GXX, Tom, AA8 CT Craig, K8 SFS, Mark, K8 TPQ Ron, and Phil, who's supposed to be here at the radio, but he's out in Delaware visiting his family, which is even better, and that's the most important thing. So, Phil, I got you covered. Thanks for letting me take the spot for you today, and you're on next week, my friend. Hopefully you're back. AEC8AT, and that was with K8PMI called Phil. So, AEC8AT, John, K8MMY, Chris, K4OG, Mark. Yeah, don't put any musk on, my friend. Yeah, or you're going to be musking it alone. That's all I'm saying. Of course, if we win the pie, that could settle all kinds of stuff. K8HNK, Elmer, N8WS Bill, K88 ZSH Randy, W8JAX Rob, K8JX Wendy, and K9 LCY, the wonderful dog Lucy. All right, I did have KB8LJ Charles in and out, so I'm sure he's heading out to Norris Fest. I can only imagine. I wish I knew. I'd like to be going out there this time, but I think I'm going to have to pass and go for the Winter Fest and hopefully work the event down there this year. So anyways, before I go on, I'm going to say that we're going to have a full day, a fun day, a very eventful day all over Ohio. And yeah, I got the email the other day for the Hinckley Bicentennial for Hinckley. W8H, Whiskey 8 Hotel is their special call. And if you go online, you can actually find their special event in the Hinckley celebration. 200 years. Fantastic. Very, very cool. All right. I'm going to do some check-ins for the Saturday Net. If you heard your name on that list, you need not check in unless it's mobile or short time. Rod and Wendy, I'll get to you guys first. Please call phonetically and then alphanumerically. Phonetically, alphanumerically, and your name if you could. That helps us out a little bit. And then right after that, I'm going to call out for a special person, and I'll throw him on the log, and I'll hit him right after Rod and Wendy. But if you're checking in, please call W8 WKY. All right, any check-ins? Otherwise, I'm going to call and see if a special person is there. Any check-ins, please call.
Kilo Charlie 8, November Oscar Victor, KC8 NOV, Marty Streetsboro, mobile in and out.
KC8 NOV, we appreciate that, Marty. Thank you so much. And we got you there on the in and out. And I'm going to call and see if our good friend WE8 WIZ, the Wiz, is listening. If you are, just let me know, and I'll throw you in right after Rod and Wendy, because I know that all three of them would be short time. Wiz, if you're here, just give me a hello. Give me a high five.
WIZ, yeah, here. Do me when you can, but don't fight anybody, Stephen. So I'll talk to you in just a bit.
All right, I got you there. You're a little in and out of the repeater, so if you could just move your antenna maybe a foot or something, it might be just a little bit better, but you were breaking in and out. It was probably just an antenna thing on the HT, but we'll get back to you shortly. So, we're going to start this puppy up. Vroom, vroom. All right, we're going to go with our friends down in Florida, where it's a beautiful day here down there in Orange Land. Send us some oranges, because we really need them, especially for wintertime, so we don't get rickets, or whatever that is. I know that was a good savior of people who were getting scurvy. I think it was scurvy, that's what it was. But W8JAX and K8JAX, you are up, my friends. Great to have you here this morning.
Well, good morning there, Stefan, and to all on the net this morning. This is W8JAX, portable pedestrian under clear skies here in Jacksonville.
Good morning, Stefan. This is K8JAX. We're having a great day down here in Jacksonville. I hope you have a good one as well. Nice to hear you, and thanks for taking the net.
Yeah, like I said, we got 75 degrees starting down here, but orange season is over, so I can't send you any oranges. We won't have any ready for picking until later in the fall. And, of course, throughout the winter, then, is orange season. So sorry about that, but I can tell you what is hatching down here are sea turtles. This past week, we've had lots of sea turtle hatchings at the beach, and that's always a cool thing that way. And other than that, I'll turn it back to the net there. Sounds like you got a fairly long list of pre-checks there to get to. So thanks for the call, and back to the net, WHAAX, portable pedestrian.
W8JAX and K8JAX and K9LUCY and all the sea turtles down there in Florida. I got to come down there. I was supposed to come down to Orlando possibly this year, but then I found out that wasn't happening as far as I know. And how often that's going to happen is the condo down there, the rental condo. I'm sure whatever that my friends have, they've been changing some things up as I'm sure to do. And it's about the 40th time they've changed it up. I think it's about the big fires.
said, there's so many things going on, so I'm going to let everybody get to it, and I'm going to shut up here in a minute because, as you know, I'm not a real person, but I do play one here on the radio, and that's Bob, the round mound of sound out here in Norton, Ohio, which, as you know, is the garden spot in Summit County. So NAWB, this is WB8, WIZ. I just want to say 73 to everybody, so WE8, WIZ, going.
WE8, WIZ, W8, WKY. We do appreciate you, Bob. Yeah, it's always a great time sitting out in the yard, but as he says, he's not a real person. So a neighbor of his, Ben, and I just sit there and we talk, and there's really nobody else other than a voice. The disembodied voice. You remember those, like back in the day in the 50s? They had all those like shows, you know, like those thriller shows, and they would always have like titles like the disembodied voice or things like the hand with no one, you know. So it was like always like we would sit there and watch these things with one eye under the covers. And but no, we have a great time over at Bob's every single Friday night, and any hams who are interested can come on out, grab a chair and sit there. And then in the wintertime, we actually sit in his little porch in the back. That one can't be filled with too many people, but I think we have to sell tickets for that in the wintertime. But the driveway could hold maybe 60 people if they go the driveway around the sidewalk and then on the grass. That'd be pretty cool. Set up tents if you want to sleep over. But anyways, great to hear you, Bob. KD8SLG, W8, WKY, Nick, just Nick, you are up, my friend. It's great to hear you this morning for about 10 seconds when I first started listening.
NAWB, this is KD8SLG. Good morning, Stefan and all the Barometer Netizens. You're a little crackly this morning, but it's going in and out. I brought up VHF DX view and sort of actually VHF opening right now. The Worcester repeater that runs APRS is picking up a number of APRS signals from 300 plus miles away over in Canada and some other stuff. So I think you guys on RF today may be actually getting a little interference from some competing repeaters. Anyway, big day today. Hope everybody who's going out to the Bob Memorial Fox Hunt has a good time this morning. I'm not going to make it. I kind of burned all my goodwill getting to the meeting and dinner and everything Thursday night this week. So no Fox Hunt for me, and definitely not going up to Norris Fest. A couple hours in the car would just break me today. But I hope someone goes up there and finds some great deals today. And as we mentioned earlier, sounds like Josh is going to be running the Barometer Net this afternoon, so that should be linked up this afternoon. So if you're out and about, check in and say hi to Josh. And I think Ray may have the second hour, so check those guys out, our friend Ray out in Oklahoma. Stefan, fine business. You have yourself a great net. We'll talk to you later on, my man. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Stefan.
KD8SLG, W8, WKY, we do appreciate you, Nick. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening. If you're in the ham radio in Ohio today, you can't say there was nothing to do, because there is a lot to do. And the Norris Fest is coming up. I'm hoping to work the winter one. Yeah, it should be good. And as far as the Fox Hunt goes, first prize, man. I know exactly what it is, because I picked it up. And it is a 10-inch Gardner peach pie. A 10-inch Gardner peach pie. That's the first place winner right there. That's the only place winner, actually. And I picked up 3 of those puppies because I had to get one for Mom because she loves peach pie. And then I got one for here at the house. So I was able to test it out. And man, is it good. I didn't test out the one where they're given to the Fox Hunt, but it's a good pie. Gardner makes great pies. If you've never been there, Gardner Pie out there in Franklin, and right by Portage Lakes. And it's a beautiful place, big pie place, but they have a little store there that they sell their overruns in. Been doing it for years. I've been going there for as long as my friend Bob enjoys KC8LIV, who used to live there now in New Jersey, was living there, and that was more than 10 years. So yeah, 15 probably. 15 years I've been going to the Garden Pie there. And boy, they also take orders for Christmas and Thanksgiving, so check them out. Go online and find out about them. And boy, they make great pies. K5, CFY, W8, WKY. Ray, heard you in the morning. And yeah, you are up, my friend. Great to have you here today.
WKY, K5 CFY. Good to hear everybody out there this Saturday morning. Hope everybody having a good weekend. Not much going on here, but lots of heat. Anyway, thanks for running the net. Always good to talk to you. And we'll say 73 to everybody out there. Have a great weekend and stay cool. Good afternoon there to you, Steph. Hope to hear you on the Barometer Net. Yeah, Mr. Josh has got the first hour. I got the second. So hope a lot of you folks will be inside where it's cool and get on the radio. And I'll be clear, K5, CFY.
K5, CFY, W8, WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Ray. Sounds almost like you got a little congestion. Hope you're doing well. Might just be that weather out there in Oklahoma. I know you guys were slammed with like rain and stuff, and I know that out there in the lands where you live, there in Colorado, I know because I've spent a little bit of time in Colorado. When you get weather like that, it starts rustling up all kinds of things, and then when you start breathing it in, boom, you know. I love weather, and I love those areas like Oklahoma, Colorado, that place, and but man, yeah, I can understand. But I hope you're doing well and you're getting better, or you're not getting better, but you're doing well and having a great time out there. And speaking of Colorado, if you listen to the Amateur Radio Newsline, which I just recorded, I anchored this last Thursday, it was posted on Friday yesterday, you will hear a nice little tiny story about the out in Colorado, the Americas, and the youth that just finished their run out there, and then it talked about the run that they're going to be starting here in Ohio for the younger hams on the air. So a real nice little story. Check it out on Amateur Radio Newsline. KC8FQV, W8, WKY. Mark, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. What event are you going to? Or what 15 events are you going to, I should say? You're up.
All right, morning, Stephen. Yeah, you know, Stephen, I don't know, the way you did that T-shirt stuff, I mean, Gary said that when I got mine, I said, wow, yeah, this is amateur, not professional. You did a heck of a job getting all the T-shirts marked and that, so everyone get their shirts. And, yeah, and John... Yeah, it's not. It's amateur. He works for the company, so he is a professional. But we need the professionals to help keep the hobby going, you know, because they're the ones that make the equipment and that. So we do need the professionals. But yeah, I think it's Gardner Pie. Is that what you said? There's something. Is that the one? There's something on down there, like in Springfield, just below Springfield Township. There was a pie come. Maybe that's the one. But yeah, all roads lead to activity today, no matter what it is. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to the north. But all roads lead to somewhere. You know, ham radio, gardening, going to a park, going across country to something. All roads lead to some kind of activity. Yeah, I heard the balloon above Wadsworth is coming. Yeah, so there's lots to do this summer. So back it comes, Stefan. And great seeing you and so many other hamolies over there on Thursday at the meeting, KCFQE.
KC8FQB, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here, Mark. Well, you know, Mark, you can make a skunk look good if you have people around him who will bathe him, wash him, and put a ribbon in his hair. But there are a lot of people who paved the road before me for the T-shirt type stuff, and one of them is just on the AIM window, and he's the one that actually printed them. So as soon as he gives me the thumbs up to check him in, I will. That would be our buddy John K.E.8UIB. We'll talk a little bit about that maybe, but yeah, thanks for the kind words. Always like kind words. And yeah, it was a great meeting on Thursday. A lot of stuff that we discussed, and a lot of stuff coming up for the club. Should be a good time. So WAGXX, W8WKY. Tom, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. We'll try one more time. WA8GXX. Tom, you're up. If you're there. If not, we'll move over to Craig.
Morning, Steph. Hopefully I'm getting in and thanks for being there. And WA8GXX.
WA8GXX, W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Tom. Yeah, a little bit in and out. So there must be an issue with RF today, with all the weather and stuff. Well, see, that proves that RF is not always the way it should be. So, anyways, we have so many ways to get in. So I love the fact that we have amateur radio, and it's different modes, and it's different ways. So, you know, RF is a great thing. That's what we'll use in emergencies. But while we have the good times, let them roll, as they say. So good to hear you, Tom. Appreciate that. Moving over to AA8CT W8WKY. Craig, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
About that node identification for the repeater. W8WKY, good morning, Stefan. A beautiful day, and it looks like it's going to be a fine day for the fox hunt. And I guess I am the designated check-in person, so if you're heading toward Bueller's or when you get around Bueller's around 10 o'clock, look for somebody away from all of the parked cars. I've got my field day shirt on, and I drive a black Yukon. So I will be out there. I have the envelopes, and look forward to seeing all of those that are going to participate in the fox hunt. And I wish you all safe journeys too, and then good luck upon getting your envelope. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Stefan, and I will be monitoring the the W8WKY repeater. So if anybody has any questions as to where I'm at, I will try and get back to you once I get up to the Bueller's. This is AA8CT. Have a great day, and we will see some of you later on this morning. AA8CT back to net control. Thank you, Stefan.
AA8CT, W8WKY. We got to get our envelopes out of a pond. Oh, a pond. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not a pond. But that would actually be a fun contest to have them all floating out in the pond. So the first thing you got to do is jump in, get soaking wet, grab an envelope, swim back out, get in the car, and go on to your next lake. Those would be nice. We could call those endurance fox hunts. That'd be kind of neat. I think that would be awesome. As long as it's not leech infested. But, you know, you just find a nice clear pond. Maybe a reservoir or something. Well, you could have leeches in reservoirs too. But KE8SFS, W8WKY. Mark, and heard you did some chess. We were just talking about chess yesterday, as a matter of fact, in the Wiz's driveway. The Wiz and his neighbor Ben. and we were sitting around there talking about chess, and Queen's Gambit, that was the movie that we were talking about, part of that chess, talking about how all of us at one point played chess, and some still do play chess, and I'd like to get back into it, but it's been many years in grade school, middle school, I should say. We played all the time. Most of the guys had a chessboard, and we carried them with us to lunch and study halls and all that, and if we were allowed, we'd play silently. So, but you're up, my friend Mark. Great to have you here.
Well, you don't have to worry. The chessboard today is a roll-up one. It's, flat, like type roll up. You can roll it up and then carry it. It's a lot more easy than the old ones that used to have to fold up. We got 62 degrees here today. Mostly clear. I didn't look out the window, but I guess the sunshine if it is there. It's supposed to get up to 88 degrees today. No rain in sight. Feel like 62. Wind is southwest at 6 miles per hour. Gas price. I did not check, so I can't give you the gas price. I guess it'll be about $2.49 around. Let me drop this for a bit. Yeah, I won 2 games and lost 2 games on chess yesterday. I'm satisfied on that, and that. I went to a car show at the Supreme Senior Center out by the high school there, and it was pretty good, and all that. I had a good time. They had a good lunch, and enjoying myself, meet some people, and all that, enjoying, like I said. And then I came home and got on the internet and played some chess. So I was pretty satisfied for yesterday and that. Can't complain on that, and for the day. And today I'm going to go with my sister and my brother-in-law out for breakfast this morning. They're coming at about 10 o'clock to pick me up. So, anyhow, so I'm going to give it back to you, Stephanie. You're running the net good. And through your auto, kind of a little low. Not too low, but it's a little low. So I'll give it back to you. Kia at a Surfot Toaster.
K8SFS, W8, WKY, we do appreciate that. I had my microphone a little bit low. I usually don't like to put it directly in front of my mouth, so I put it always a little bit under, like almost breathing over it with the headset, the Heil headset that I use. Very, very blessed to have known Bob Heil. He's a silent key as of last year, but phenomenal person. Got to help him do his book, the Heil Handbook, Amateur Radio Handbook, and that was a wonderful project that I did. That was back when we were still in the old Dayton, the Wallace building, or whatever the name, the person that owned that old building where they had like hockey games and basketball games, the old Dayton Hamvention. So, but yeah, so very, very cool. Thanks, Mark, for being here. We do appreciate that. And yeah, the one that I like to watch when I'm watching YouTube is, I believe it's Anna Kramling. I'm pretty sure that's the name. I got 2 seconds to just check it out. I think that is her name, and her name is Anna Kramling. Yeah, she's a chess player. And I believe her mother is, well, she's a grandmaster and her mother's a grandmaster, but she always talks about her mom being a different level than she is. So, and if she ever gets those times where she can beat her mother, she lets people know. Not in a bad way, but just kind of ribbing her mother. So that's kind of cool. So very cool that you do that. And be safe today, and good to hear that you're going to be going out with your sister and brother-in-law. So that's always good. Family, family, family. Remember that. Those are the important words. KBA, TPQ, W8, WKY. Talking about family. Ron, your family and your employees, you guys have a great thing, and I know you guys all love each other and you work together, some of you, and so that's cool. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning, Ron.
This is KBA TPQ. Good morning, Stefan, all the Netonians and the listeners in. Yeah, we're very blessed. You're right, Stefan. We've got a great team of people. We've been at it for 28 years, almost 29 years, and got a lot of people joined up and serving the technology world, small business world. Jim, I know he's not listening, but he asked me to make sure to let everybody know it's 3 weeks from today for Balloons Over Wadsworth. They got a website, balloonsoverwadsworth.com. You can get all the information you need there. This is going to be the best year we've had yet, and I think 24 or 25 balloons and lots of festivities. So thanks, Stefan, for taking care of things, and looking forward to listening while I get on the treadmill. KBA TPQ, back to net control.
KBA TPQ, W8, WKY. Well, that's a lot of hot air. Well, not you, Ron. I meant in the balloons. I went to that one time. And I went many years ago, and boy, was that fun. That was really fun. So anyways, give me 1 second to break for time. Yeah, that was a great time. The Balloon Fest, if you've never been there, go there. And I used to have friends of mine, the Tonkars, Jim and his son, Seth, and they used to do audio at some of those booths where they have music and things at the fest. So very, very cool, my friends. Very, very cool. Thank you for being here, Ron. We do appreciate that. Kate, PMI, who should be at the controls, but family is better, as we always say. So, Phil, out there in Delaware, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning if you're still listening. Okay, PMI, if you're still listening. If not, we'll move on to AC8AT. All right, he might be doing some things with family out there in Delaware. So be safe, Phil. If you want to jump back on, please do so at any time. If not, we'll talk to you when you get back to Ohio. See if AC8AT is still around. John, if you're here, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning. Well, AC8AT may have gone back to bed, so we marked him as not heard right now, along with Phil. Let's see if KE8MMY is there. KE8MMY, W8, WKY. Chris, if you're here, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. All right, before I move on, let me just make sure, can anybody hear me? Just to want to make sure that 3 in a row kind of scares me a little bit. Anybody hear the sound of my voice, November 8, Whiskey Bravo? Just let me know. All right, Bill, we do appreciate that. So I had scared me a little bit. Thank you for sharing that with me, though. You're up in a couple spaces, so... But I'm going to move over to K4OG, W8, WKY. Mark, you're up, my friend. And, I think they said they're polishing up the Fox right now. Either that or Dave is polishing off the Pi, one of the two. I don't remember what he said, but anyway. You're up, my friend.
November 8 Whiskey Bravo, K4OG here. Good morning, Stefan and everyone. All right, Stefan, that sounds like fine business. Polishing up the Pi. It'll be fun hunting anyway. Yeah, Steph, I'm about to get cleaned up and wash off that fox attractant. I don't want you hanging your head out the window with your jowls and ears flopping in the breeze and catching bugs in your teeth. So we'll wash that off. And Stephen, my OG blood is coming out in me. You know, I'm thinking if you could distract Brian, KF8G, and his driver, maybe we can get some air let out of the tires. That slowing them down won't help, but they may have to make a detour and get some air in their tires. That'll add some mileage to them. That's just my OG blood, bud. And you cracked me up. You took me down memory lane, Stephen. And you said something about scurvy and I believe rickets, and it reminded me of my teenage years listening to some 45 albums. The Fireside Theater, a group of comedians doing improv radio show out in California, made a few 45 comedy albums, and one was, I think, Europeans immigrating to America, talking about scurvy and rickets. It was a good experience in my teenage years. They made a few more albums. How Can You Be in Two Places at Once When You're Not Anywhere at All? And Don't Crush the Dwarf, Hand Me the Pliers. And I Think We're All Bozos on This Bus. So there you go, Stephen. Good luck to everyone on the fox hunt and be safe. K4OG back to net.
K4OG, W8WKY. Oh, I remember them. Trust me. I used to get, I spent a lot of time in the library. I spent a lot of time in the record section that somebody my age probably shouldn't have been able to take records out for. So, and then if you couldn't get them at the library, I had friends that would give me records. They'd put them in a brown paper bag, meet me in an alley, give me records. Ruined me when I was young. But I remember all the Cheech and Chong and yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, I do remember that group. So very, very cool. Yeah, that takes you down memory lane, doesn't it? So anyway, K8HNK, W8WKY. Elmer, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here today.
W8WKY.
K8HNK, if you're still there. All right, well, I know this guy will be there. He's a little bit scratchy, but I think it's the RF today. It's the weather and whatever's happening, because I heard you checking in, Bill, and I do got you on the list, and it was scratchy when you called back to us, but I'm sure that your communication will come in. It'll just be a little bit in and out and stuff, but we'll get you. N8WS, Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee, Bill, and Judy. It's great to have you here this morning, my friend. Are you heading over to Norris? I'm sure you are. And tell everybody that I said hello. Dr. Jack's going to be there, because we texted and talked last night. And he's going to be setting up, and he's another fine prize, first place winner. Another fine compact antenna prize, I believe it is. So, anyways, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here, Bill.
NAWB in the group, NAWS. Morning, Stephen. Good morning, all the net. No, I'm not going to Norris today. It's not the plans today. Sorry about that. This is the first one I missed in quite a while. Air quality index this morning, 6 range. So let's see here. My sunrise 6, my sunrise length of day 14 hours. I got 64 degrees this morning, humidity 96%, winds are calm, barometer 30.11, 2.60 degrees, visibility 6 miles. We had a little patchy fog this morning, not much though. Prediction for today is patchy fog before 8 a.m., otherwise mostly sunny with a high near 87. Calm winds becoming west 5 to 7 miles an hour in the afternoon. It's going to be a hot one today. flux indices at 156. Sunspot number 187. That's a little bit unusual. Don't happen very often, once in a while. A is 11, Q is 1. Geomagnetic field is very quiet. Predicted. And that's your problem for today. Tropo could be as high as a 7. That's intense. Yeah, that's pretty strong. You're liable to hear anything today on 2 meters. SpaceWeather.com. Lunar occultation of the Pleiades. During the early morning hours of Sunday, July 20th, the crescent moon will occult some of the stars of the Pleiades. A cover-up visible from most of North America. For maps and timetables, there's a link. Click here. And follow the links for July 20th. And SpaceX jellyfish over Southern California. Neat picture. SpaceX added 24 more new Starlink satellites to its orbit Friday night, July 18th, with the Falcon 9 launch from California. Griffin Observatory astronomer Laura May Boron watched the rocket glide across the sky from Downey, California. Scroll down a little bit. There's a big sunspot and magnetic fraud. It's another good article. Currently, there's 11 sunspot groups on the sun. That's it for me. There's my timer. N8WB 73, everyone. N8WS. Have a good weekend.
WS, W8, WKY, we do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. And tell Judy I said hello. And thank you for the great report that you always give us. It's really, really cool. So we're going to go to KD8 and ZSH, W8, WKY. It's great to have you here this morning, Randy. You and the 3 pups. You are up, my friend.
KD8 ZSH. Good morning, Stefan. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's good to be here. Got 2 of the pups in my lap here. They're getting a little antsy, so I'm probably going to have to cut this short and take them somewhere. But just wanted to say hi to everybody. I hope you have a great day, and hope the fox hunt is good, that everybody really enjoys themselves. But please be safe out there. This is KD8 ZSH clear and back to net. 73s, everybody.
KD8 ZSH W8 WKY, we do appreciate you this morning. Thank you for being here, Randy. Always great to have you. And yeah, it's a great thing. All right, we got 3 more people, then I'll take another round of check-ins, and then we're getting close to shutting this thing down. But we had some people in the blue window and one who texted me really quick, so we're going to jump on these, and we're going to start with K8 UIB W8 WKY. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here, and there were some comments about the wonderful job of the T-shirts, and John and the company he works at do a great job at T-shirts and other items too, and we just want to say thank you for that, and I'm sure we're going to get some more orders to you guys, but you're up, John. It's great to have you here today.
N8WB from K8 UIB. Good morning, Stephen. Everybody out there on the net, and all thanks on the comments on the shirts, you guys. It was a privilege to print them for the club, that is for sure. I hope everybody's doing good on this Super Saturday morning, and I'm here playing some radio. I think I'm going to go outside, cut the grass. The wife is already out the door and at work. We'll hear from her next. So I think since she's working away, I better do some stuff around the house today and earn some brownie points. Hi. But with that, I hope everybody's having a super Saturday morning, and hope everybody has a great weekend. And Stephen, thank you for running the net. You've done good this morning. And with that, you guys, this is K8 UIB living that $5 dream, a nickel at a time. I'm going to hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all.
K8 UIB W8 WKY. We do appreciate you, John, being here. Thank you so much. And, yeah, thank you for the job on the T-shirts that you did, because you did a great, great job, so thank you. And so we are going to move over and see if your lovely other half is there, because you had me check her in, and we'll do KF8, DTP, W8, WKY. Lori, if you're there, you're up. It's great to have you here this morning.
N8WB from KF8 DTP. Just wanted to jump on, tell everybody good morning, and hope everybody has a fabulous Friday as I sit and do the work day. You know, not much really other than that. Hoping to maybe go out and do some fishing tonight after work. That's my favorite pastime, as we all know. So, this is KF8 DTP. Back to net.
KF8, DTP, W8, WKY, we do appreciate you being here, Laurie and John. So great to have the Sarahs here. Always great to have you guys here. It's like family. Everyone's like family, but you guys are like family-er. And Mom and Dad, when you're listening to the Tuesday Night Net. So very, very cool. WA8, KOC, W8, WKY. Fred, you're up. That would mean that I heard from 3 other net control operators this morning. Actually 4 if we count Craig. So that would be 4 other amateur radio Sarah net control operators. You're up, Fred. It's great to have you here this morning. Well, he said to check him in. Maybe he just meant to check him in and out, so I wasn't sure. Fred, if you're there, I'll give you one more shot, and then I'll take one quick round of check-ins, and I think we'll close this thing down early. So, WAKOC, if you're here, otherwise I'll just mark you as in and out. I didn't notice that when you texted me.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard. I guess it was an in and out right there, so we will mark that accordingly. So very, very cool. All right, so I'm going to take another round, probably the last round of check-ins, I would think, because we're getting close to the top of the hour. But if you'd like to check into the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Saturday morning edition, please call me. W8WKY, and we'll get you on the list, and let me know if you are short-time or mobile or in and out, and I'll mark that accordingly. Also, please let me know if, well, that would be it. And then also thank you to all of our listeners that are listening. So if you'd like to check in, please call phonetically and then alphanumerically. Phonetically followed by alphanumerically will get you on the logs. And then after that round, we'll probably jump it over to Kerry, W8 CTM, in just a short bit. Any check-ins, please call.
Foxtrot 1 Kilo, AF 1K.
Whiskey 2, Juliet, Lima, Sierra, John, W2, JLS in Fairlawn.
November Tango 8 Delta, NT8D, Dave and Copley.
Kilo 8, Papa Julie Whiskey, K8 PJW.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, we had a short group of check-ins, and we had AF1K, Richard. We had W2JLS, John. We had NT8D, Dave, and K8PJW, Phil. If there's anyone else that'd like to check in, please let me know, and let me know if you're short-time or mobile. And if not, we'll run this list, and then we'll see if we're going to hand it over to Kerry shortly. So any other last check-ins, please give me a call.
Tango Lima Bravo, K8 PLB, here in Redmond. Morning, Stefan.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, we're going to run our list. Appreciate that. We had KATLB was our last check-in right there. So we're going to move up to the top of the short check-in list and start it off. AF1K W8 WKY. Richard, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning. That was my late father's name, Richard. So great name. Good name to have. You're up, my friend.
Okay, thank you, and good morning. Just wanted to say hey, and we are going to be heading out there to the fox hunt this morning. So myself and another partner, KEHJUI, we're gonna try to find the fox, and seeing some people and just having a good time in general. Looks like the weather's going to be A-okay. Thank you for doing the net, and this is Alpha Foxtrot 1 Kilo, AF1K Rich in Stowe, saying 73, we'll chase the fox. Tally ho.
Tally ho, as they say. AF1K W8 WKY, we appreciate you being here, Rich. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yeah, and I know the pie is fantastic from Gardner Pie, because I bought it, and I hand-delivered it over to Dave. Now, if there are fingerprints in the pie, or there's a section of the pie, that's not how I handed it over to Dave, but I'm just saying. We are at least delivering those pies to him, and we will see what happens when the winner opens up the box. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we are going to go over to NTAD, who will tell us if the pie is intact, because he's the one who's going to be sitting with the fox, I guess. And I think the fox put him in a little cage, put Dave in a little cage. So the fox will be standing right by that little cage for Dave. So you're up, my friend, NTAD. Oh, I'm sorry. Before you do that, my apologies. My apologies. I forgot. I skipped one. Hold on, Dave. You can tell us that 1 sec. W2JLS. W8WKY. John, I screwed that up. Let me throw it over to you first. Then I'll throw it over to Dave, and he'll tell us about the pie. Give us a little suspense. But W2JLS. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
Holy cow, Stefan, you're in a rush to get to that pie. W2JLS, good morning. On your ears, Mr. Kinsford, and all the listeners. Looking forward to that Dave's Pie story myself. Yeah, I'm down in the radio room, so I'm glad to hear I'm coming in okay on RF today. Must be a lot of solar activity, is all I can think. I know we've had some cool stuff going on at the top of this solar cycle. It's kind of neat times, and does have an impact on we radio folk. So I was going to mention I enjoyed some of this chat this morning about the chess and chess influencers on YouTube. It's very fun. It's one of the things I like to look at on YouTube as well. And you mentioned Anna Cromling. I think she's adorable and quirky, and I like the interplay between her and other chess influencers. Her mother notwithstanding, she's also, she's a very demure, kind woman and an excellent chess player. But I must say there are lots of these really beautiful young lady chess players these days that I hope are going to kind of reinvigorate chess in the young population. I'll mention the Botez sisters. They're sassy, troublemaking little girls. I should say 20-somethings at this point, but they're fun to watch, very entertaining. And then one of my personal favorites, she's I think a fiance of a grandmaster, or at least a high-level chess player, and she's very good herself. Her name's Alicia Saturamo, I believe Italian. Very, very entertaining. And if you watch her, you're going to learn stuff. You'll definitely learn stuff. You'll correct some issues with your own chess, I'm sure. Pretty cool. But anyway, I make it 30, mark 02 on the barometer down here in the radio room, the Warden Works. And it's about, let me take a look. It looks like about 65 someplace between 65 and 65.9 degrees here in Fairlawn, and about 56% relative humidity. So I'm betting it's going to feel really good when I get into the garden. W2JLS passing it back. Thanks for having me, Stefan.
W2JLS, W8WKY, we do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here today. And, I've watched most of those names that you were saying, especially the sisters. Yeah, very, very cool. And, it would be nice to have a resurgence of chess. But very cool. We'll see what happens. It's happening now, apparently, but if it keeps growing, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Nice. Anyways, we're going to find out the fox hunt today, and that pie, it's suspense. And Dave, NTAD is up, W8WKY. Dave, give us a heads up on the fox hunt, and let us know where you're going to be. No, I'm just kidding. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here.
Good morning there, Stefan. I wanted to check in with you on the net this morning and find out when you're planning on dropping off that pie this morning.
It's a good thing I took pictures when I was dropping it off.
All right, I'm jealous. See, I got to get somebody else to be the fox because I want a chance at winning this pie one of these times. Thanks a lot, Stefan. It looks like we got absolutely perfect weather for the fox hunt this morning. Traditional starting point, Bueller's, 10 o'clock. We'll try to get everybody on the road by 10:15. We didn't make it too difficult this time, and if we can get this thing to be regular, I'd like to get it to the point where we kind of trade off foxes and maybe have a little picnic at the end and that kind of thing. But right now, there's just one absolutely gorgeous peach pie waiting for somebody. So thanks, Stefan. I'll see everybody at the finish line. Remember, it's shortest distance, not fastest time, so safety first. And we'll see everybody later on this morning. Have a great time this morning, and back to you there, Stefan. NTAD.
NTAD, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Dave. He's getting the fox ready to go. He's combing him out, polishing his hair, and polishing off the pie. Well, that's okay, because Dave knows where Gardner pie is. If he's got to run down there really quick, he can pick one up. But, yeah, it's a nice peach pie. Whoever the winner is going to be there. Well, I guess if nobody shows up, then Dave is the default winner, and he gets to just take the pie home. If nobody shows up, or if everybody opens up their envelopes, then Dave is the default winner for the pie. So, K8PJW, W8WQA. Phil, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
NAWB, got to get the letters right. KPJW here. Good morning, Stefan, and good morning to the Barometer Net out there. Great to hear everyone this morning, and thanks for doing the net, Stefan, and stepping in for Phil. Let's see, we're starting the day off here at 65 degrees, headed up to 84, 79 tomorrow. It's going to be sunny till about 6 p.m. I guess we're going to get some rain overnight. And then barometer's at 30.06. Gas is at 307. So we're back from our trip to Michigan, Indiana, and Western Ohio. We were out there for about 9 days visiting the kiddos and the grandkiddos and extended family. And it was a lot of fun and trying to get our van broken in to get ready for our out west trip, which is going to occur at the end of this month. So our Rotary Club is doing a river run. We have some kayaks that we put in Tinker's Creek here in Twinsburg, and you get to see the backside of Twinsburg with all its natural beauty and all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. We do that mostly as a community outreach, even though it is about $15 a person to borrow the kayak for about half an hour or so just to get down the river. the rainfall overnight should help us out a little bit, keep the water level up so people can kayak smoothly. We've had times in the past where it's been really low and they've had the portage over some of the more shallow points of the river. So anyway, I want to wish everyone good luck on the fox hunt. It sounds like a lot of fun. We've got other things going on today, so unfortunately we can't participate. So with that, I'll take a break for time. My node identify itself. So anyway, let's see. Not too much radio-wise, but some interesting things happened today in history. 1848, bloomers. The long, loose trousers were introduced to the delegates of the first Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York. 1945, the USS Cod saves 51 sailors from a Dutch submarine, the only sub-to-sub rescue. 1961, the first in-flight movie was shown on TWA. And in 2004, Don Gorsk of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, ate his 20,000th Big Mac sandwich at a local McDonald's restaurant. And that's the way it was. This is KPJW. Back to the net.
KPJW, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Phil. Thank you so much for being here this morning and all the times that you give us the trivia. Yeah, I hope that the first movie that they showed wasn't Snakes on a Plane. That would not have been, that would not, came many years after that. But yeah, that was cool that you told us that. So thank you for sharing that information. We do appreciate that. And yeah, a lot of events today. If you're looking for events in amateur radio, this is the day that they're happening everywhere in Northeast Ohio. So K8TLB W8WKY. Randy, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. Randy and Ray always invite me over for dinner before the Sarah meeting, which was this last Thursday. So we enjoyed a nice picnic in their house. We had coney dogs and corn on the cob, and we had potato salad, and we had a nice lemon bar dessert. And let me tell you, that was great, great food. Tell Randy I said hi. Still thinking about that, my friend. You're up, Randy.
Hey, good morning, Stefan, and good morning to everyone out there today. This is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB. Yeah, I'm going to miss the fox hunt today. I got some stuff I got to do here at the house. I'm definitely going to try to make the next one. And, but that's the way it worked out. Stefan, I hope all you guys have a great time, and hope everyone's safe. And I don't know if you hear Boo Boo out here in the background whining. You know how he is, Stefan. I guess taking after his owner. Yeah. All right, hope everyone has a great day. And this is Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8TLB, and 73, and God bless. And thanks for running that, Steph. Have a good day.
KE8TLB, W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Randy. Thank you so much for jumping in. Again, thank you and Ray for the wonderful dinner before the Sarah meeting this last Thursday. I do appreciate that. All right, we had KF8CLO check in on the AM window. I don't know if he's able to hear us now, Mark, but Mark, if you can hear us and you can get in, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you. All right, I guess Mark out in Andover, he was having a little problem getting in, but we will see what happens now. All right, I'm at the bottom of my list, and I'm going to do a real quick round of check-ins. And if you would like to check in, I'm going to hand it to Carrie right after this. So any last check-ins? Because I got a bunch of stuff that I got to do before we go looking for a box somewhere and see if we can win that pie. I wouldn't mind having a second pie, at least half of it. because I know Mark will get half the pie. Actually, I'd probably give him the whole pie because I have a whole pie, a whole peach pie. But anyway, any last check-ins? Please call phonetically, alphanumerically, and let me know if you're short-time, mobile, or in and out, and I'll get you on the log. And then, if not, or very short, we'll throw it over to Kerry. So, any last check-ins, please call.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8, LYJ. Bob in Barberton, mark me in and out this morning.
Kilo Fox 8, Alpha Hotel Kilo, KF8, AHK, Dale and Louisville Mobile.
Tango Delta, W8TD, John in Wadsworth, in and out.
And November 8th, Zulu X-Ray, Bravo. John, N8ZXB, I'll be in and out this morning.
Kilo 8, Papa Juliet Whiskey, recheck.
Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF, Josh in Akron.
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, KC8LYG, Rick and Maslin, I'll be in and out too, 73s.
W8WKY.
KF8, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Lima Alpha.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, I got a nice list of people, and then we're going to throw this over to Kerry right after this. So KA8, LYJ, Bob, got you there in and out. KF8, AHK, Dale, we'll get back to you in just a little bit. W8TD, John, in and out, appreciate that. N8, ZYB, another John, in and out, appreciate that. K8, PJW, Phil with the recheck. I'll get you up on that recheck in just one sec. W8HRF, Josh, we just talked about Josh running the first hour of the Border Breaker. He can tell us all about that in just a minute. KC8L, I believe it was KC8LYG, Rick, who was in and out. And then KF8ELA, we do appreciate all of you. Did I miss anything or did I miss anyone? Just let me know, and then we'll start out with our recheck.
KE8, VOX, Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, Scott, in and out.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, Scott, I got you there. KE8VOX, we do appreciate you being here this morning, and thank you so much for hanging out with us and being part of the Barometer Nets in the morning. All right, so we are going to run over to our recheck first, and that is K8TJW. We just heard from him a second ago, but he needs a recheck. So, Bill, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning, again.
N8WB, K8PJW. Thank you, Stefan. I just wanted to mention real quick, when we were in northeastern Indiana, we were driving by the Steuben County Airport, and lo and behold, there's a C-54 parked on the ramp. It kind of blew me away, and they were actually allowing tours on it, and it ended up being a plane that they had recovered from World War II, and it made it into flyable condition and turned it into a flying museum. It was one of the planes that participated in the Berlin airlift, so that was, and it had a lot of information about that. They were a part of the Candy Bombers. If you ever read the book The Candy Bombers, it's a really interesting story about how the Berlin airlift got to came about and how they kind of reached out to the kids that were in need of food and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd mention that. It was a lot of fun just to kind of walk around in it and see what it looked like on the inside. So KPJW, back to the net.
KPJW, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you so much for sharing that good information. It's always great to hear about history. And very, very, very cool. Thank you. We're going to do, give me 1 second, Mark. I saw you in the AIM window, but let me get one or two people out here, then I'll give you your recheck in just a sec. FQV, give me 1 sec. So we had K8 LYJ. Bob was in and out. We do appreciate that. Moving over to KF8H AHK. Dale, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Oh, thanks for picking me up. Just heading up to Wingfoot Lake for POTA activation on Support Your Parks weekend. So anybody out there, either do an activation or do some hunting, and you'll get credit for Support Your Parks weekend. Other than that, it's gonna be looks like a beautiful day. I'm seeing no rain till about 6 o'clock or somewhere around there. But anyways, everybody out there, whatever you're doing today, have a great day. Be safe. And 73, back to net.
KF8 AHK, we do appreciate you being here, Dale. Thank you so much for that. And, yeah, we are loaded with events today in Northeast Ohio. Very, very cool. A lot of events happening. So we had W8TD. We had John in and out. We had N8ZXB, another John in and out. We appreciate that. We had Phil, which we just did on our recheck. And then we're going to jump over to Josh, W8HRF. Josh, it's great to have you here. It's good to see you and Lucy and Barbara and the new baby, and I'm going to get the name wrong. I hope I'm not. What was that, Bill? Just want to double check on that, but great seeing the whole family down there. Good to see a family in amateur radio doing all kinds of stuff together. But you're up, my friend. Let people know about the Boredom Breaker, too.
November 8, Whiskey Bravo, W8HRF. Good morning, Stefan, and all the Barometer Netizens. Thanks for getting me in here. I do appreciate it. I'm going to let Betty say hi because she's waiting patiently. So can you say hello?
Hello.
And say, have a good fox hunt. All right, good job. Hope everybody has fun at the fox hunt. I honestly am not sure if I'm going to be able to make it. I don't think so. But it is really glad that the weather turned out, so that's awesome. And I do have the first hour of the Boredom Breaker Net today, so we'll link up for that. And not that everybody needs even more ham radio events today, but it sounds like a great day for the hobby. So everybody have fun, and we'll go from there. So NAWB, I know you gotta get moving, so I'll let you go, and we'll say 7 3s. And Lucy, Betty, and William are doing well. Yeah, you got it right. William, Bill, Billy, Will, whatever. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what to call him, but most of the time we've been calling him Will. So all right, we'll say 7 3. W8HR back to net. Betty says bye.
W8HRF, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us, Josh, and the whole family. And Betty, I apologize for saying your name wrong. I don't know where I got Barbara from. Somehow I got it plugged into my head, so I apologize. I will say that 100 times, write it on a blackboard. It is not Barbara, it's Betty. But, yeah, William, you tell us what you want him to be called, and we'll call him that, and then let him pick his own nickname when he gets older. But anyways, we'll say thank you so much for that. Yeah, don't even worry about anything. You're like the guy doing the Boredom Breaker first hour. That's the most important role for you today. So no problem, my friend. All right, we're going to move over to, we had KC8LYJ, who was in and out. We do appreciate that. And KF8ELA, Zach, you are up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
Good morning, everybody. KF8ELA. Just wanted to drop in and say hello. Meant to do a quick in and out. Got some chores to do around the house. But for now, everyone have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Back to net. KF8ELA.
KF8ELA, W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here, Zach. Thank you so much for that. And, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on the radio. K8VOX was Scott, was in and out. Appreciate that, Scott. Thank you so much for that. And we're at the end of the list, and we are at the end of this net because I'm going to hand this puppy over because it's getting late. We're already 17 after 8:17. 8:17, that's actually my birthday. August 17th. So right there is my birthday. So anyways, we're glad that you are all here today, but we're going to hand it over to W8CTM, W8WKY. Kerry, you are up, my friend. It is great to have you here this morning. Out there in Portage Lakes, one of my favorite places.
W8WKY.
Good morning, Stefan, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this great net Saturday morning. It's a beautiful morning out there, and looks like we're going to have a nice day for the fox hunt, and they're having the boat races at Portage Lake starting at 8:30 this morning for the rowboat races. The Ohio Dragon Dream Team, that's all the women that survived breast cancer will be racing in one of the boats, so it'll be interesting if you're into watching the rowboat races. So that's going on today here at Portage Lakes. And you were talking about the Gardner Pie. They're just down the street. They're only about a mile from my house. I don't go there too frequently because I'm diabetic, and boy, that would just ruin my day. But boy, they have the best pies ever. They're known for their great pies, and they sure sell a lot of them. And yeah, you get there on the days they're having pie special, you can pick a 10-inch peach pie out pretty reasonable. They do have some great pies there. Anyway, hope everybody that's competing in the fox hunt at least gets a chance to win that peach pie today. That sounds like it'd be well worth the effort there for that one. Anyway, that's about all I have this morning. Hope everybody has a super Saturday out there because it's really a great day and not going to have any rain they're predicting till late this evening, so it'll be a good day, great day for all the fun activities that'll be going on here in Northeast Ohio. So with that, I'll say 73. This is W8CTM, Kerry at Portage Lakes. And everybody have a great day, and we'll turn it back to W8WKY, Stefan. Got your call right for the moment here this morning for the debt. So with that, we'll turn it back to you, Stefan. You can wrap it up. Everybody have a great day, and 73 all, W8CTM.
W8CTM, W8WKY, we do appreciate it. And I foibled a small little foible, but I'm going to correct that right now because I'm sure he's still listening. I had a recheck, and I told him to hold on one sec, and I forgot to recheck him. So KC8FQV, W8WQY, and then I'll give my closing comments right after your recheck. My apologies, Mark.
All right, Stefan. Also, ABMO, I think, just try to check in. So, yeah, but I was going to just say, well, even though you said Barb, at least you have a B that for Betty. So, at least you had the B. And also, they're heading south.
Yeah, they're heading south. The Jersey walls, I think, are going to be heading south, down 77. I think that we're going to, I said, geez, how long? It was like 71. Are we ever going to see this 3 lanes all the way? Of course, 71 from Cleveland to Columbus is 3 lanes, and of course, 75 from Dayton to Cincinnati is 3 and 4 places. I think we're going to finally see 77 all the way to from Cleveland to Akron, Fairlawn, 3 lanes. It looks like the other day when I was coming to the meeting, they had barrels up when I had the cones, and they were really pushing over to the mustard line. And I think they are getting ready to, I almost want to venture to say the Jersey walls are going to move from Brecksville to 271. I venture to say the Jersey walls are going to be on the move from where they're at south of 270 down 271 down to the other end. So I guess we're going to be having more construction. Yeah, Akron likes construction and orange barrels. So that's the only 2 things I had there, Stefan, KCFQV. But I think Andrew was in there too. Throw out a call out. See if he was out there. KCFQV.
KC8FQV W8WKY. Thanks, Mark, for being here with us. I'll throw a quick call out, but then I got to shut this thing down. I got a lot of stuff to do and a short time to do it. AB8MO, if you were trying to check in or listen, you're the last one on this list and the last one going to get in today.
Negative. It's November 8th. Juliet, Kilo, Oscar, Joe, and Willoughby attempting to check in.
All right, Joe, I know who you are. N8JKO, you're up, my friend, and you're the last one on our list. So I didn't hear you at all. I didn't hear you anywhere, but apparently Mark did. But Mark has those super sensitive fox ears, which we need for today's fox hunt. But you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
General check-in, taking care of business today, preparing for the Pirate Triathlon that Lake County is going to be supporting tomorrow morning. So got to get the ham mobile checked and set up. So that's pretty much my day. So I'll send best wishes to everyone. Please take care. God bless, and 7-3. N8JKO back to net control.
JKO W8WKY, we do appreciate you, Joe. Joe is one of the people that I worked around down at Cuyahoga Community College, also a retiree such as myself. Him and Tom Wilkinson, who's probably has a booth over at the Norse Fest right now with his wife Elaine, and he's probably selling some really cool stuff because Tom always sets up a lot of really cool stuff down there. The first table, right when you walk in, you can't miss him. He's like right in your face, right when you walk in, you see him right there by the money table. So anyways, but great, all bunch of good Tri-C people. And John, the president of Norse, also was a Tri-C person. And so very, very cool. You'll see John bouncing around in the Norse Fest as well. So good morning to everyone, John and the whole group at Norse Fest. And thanks, Joe, for checking in this morning. And again, my apologies, didn't hear you at all. So anyways, here we are at the end of the list, and that is thanks to everyone. Appreciate Kerry for always closing us out, and thanks to everyone who participated in today's net. Don't forget about the boredom breaker today. Josh has got the first hour, and so much stuff's happening. Fox Hunt for us. Meet at Bueller's Wadsworth for the Sarah Group, and then we have the Hinckley 200-year anniversary. W8H is the special event call sign, and we have the event that Joe spoke about, and then we have so many events. I mean, just so many of them. So if we missed you, my apologies, but there's just so much happening today in amateur radio. Don't forget, breakfast at Bueller's in Wadsworth on Saturday mornings, if you can. But why you'd be on Saturday mornings and not on the net, I have no idea. As I always say, I enjoy amateur radio, I enjoy this club, I enjoy all of you who checked in this morning, and I appreciate all of you, and I love amateur radio because of the versatility that it has, and also for the times of emergency, and how we can use it for that. So, we had, let me do the look really quick, we had 40 check-ins this morning. Joe was our number 40. Actually, no, apologies. We had 39 check-ins because we had two rechecks. So we had 39 check-ins. 39. We missed it by one. But we will say 73 to everyone. And remember, you make an event, but be very, very, very safe when you're going to the events today. The repeater is now returned to amateur radio use. Normal amateur radio use. November 8, Whiskey Bravo and WAWKY are both clear. 73, my friends, and we'll see you on down the log.
W8WKY.
Good job, Stefan. Yeah, I could hear him because I was over on Allstar, so that was the connection. That's probably where, I heard him and you didn't. But, hey, that's no problem. KSFQV. Because then all these things get connected. The 700 machine, the Newberry machine, the Worcester machine, and all the other people all are connected with Allstar over to the hub. And NEI, Jason does a great job keeping it all going in the tech group that works alongside him. And of course, Marty gives us space and time on the tower, KCFQV. I can't recall his call, but he know who he is, KCFQV.
Mark, that's N8XPK. N8XPK, Marty, is our tower benefactor. Thanks, Marty. KD8SLG.
All right, Nick, now I do recall it because he carries the 6-meter machine, too, over there. Well, and around. Nick, you have a good day, but, we just have to get accolades at everything and leave everyone know how we have such a great footprint. So, well, I'll let you go, Nick, and KCFQV.
Stay out of trouble today, Mark. Catch you later on KC8FQV, KD8SLG.
All right, Nick. And the greatest thing now these days, with all this technology, if you can't get there, you can still get there. So many photos are taken. The bandwidth is full of everything, so, well, you enjoy the day, Nick. And hope everything's going good for, I forgot the gal that helped. See, well, like Stefan did with Betty. He said Barb. But I said, well, you started with, you got the right letter. You got the B, so that's the big thing. B. And now and I know her name, Audrey. Yep, Audrey. So you go out and take care of her and keep yourself going. Stay out of trouble, KCFQV.
You got it, Mark. She's
Everybody's resting comfortably now, so I had a little time to play radio this morning. I could get the lawn mowed. That's going to be my PT today. Catch you later, Mark. KD8SLG clear.
How can you stay out of trouble when you've heard the further adventures of Nick Danger on the Fireside Theater?
Nick Danger in the Third Eye. K4OG, KD8SLG. Good morning, Mark. You ready to go? Do you have your fox hunting gear on? I want everybody to show up with those bolo hats and red jackets and thigh-high boots.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to Craig blowing the starting trumpet at the Bueller's parking lot. Yeah, Nick Danger in the Third Eye. That was a classic in itself. I think Wikipedia says that was one of Fireside's most famous characters, K4OG.
I had to bring up a couple of his quotes just because they were so fabulous. It was one of them that made me giggle out loud. Oh, I know. I looked up my family tree and found 3 dogs using it. I saved a girl from being attacked last night. I controlled myself. KD8SLG.
Oh, that's fine business. The stuff we listened to as a teenager, and now we're warped forever. All right, KD8SLG. I'm going to don my hip boots and red jacket and helmet, and I'm going to, like I say, look forward to Craig's bugle to start the fox hunt. K4OG clearing with KD8SLG on your final, if you so choose.
Well, I'm glad there's going to be an officer there on board because I can't make it this morning. But I've got one more Nick Danger quote for everybody. My wife and I were happy for 20 years, and then we met. Have fun, you fox hunters. K4OG, KD8SLG clear.
KB8LNK mobile.
KB8LNK, KD8SLG. You still driving, man? I figured you'd already be inside the Hamfest picking out the goodies.
Well, I might be, but they told me it didn't open till 9, so I guess that's probably not going to happen. And I was kind of hanging out just in case somebody wanted to ride along, but that didn't happen. I thought, well, probably ought to get moving. So I'm just now finally leaving.
I did not know it wasn't starting until 9. I just assumed, and you know what they say about assuming. I've been listening to their check-ins up there. I got the 700 machine on another radio and another node. Been listening in. I think they're up to 15 or 16 check-ins so far.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out which machine they were listening to for the check-ins, but didn't get that other band
roll over yet, so I haven't heard a thing. Yeah, Eric said the gates open at 9. I thought, well, okay, I thought that was 8 usually, but all right, I can take a break at home and prop my feet up for a minute and get something for breakfast, and I can kill an hour. So, yeah, that's what happened.
W8WKY.
Yeah, it's getting real easy to kill an hour, isn't it? All right, man. Well, find me a deal up there. There's no way in hell I'm missing the Maps Hamfest. I'm just saying that now. KD8SLG.
Well, hopefully everything goes well and you don't have any major catastrophes between now and then that messes with that schedule.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to do my best.
Well, you know, I had all the confidence in the world after the first shoulder thing that everything was going to work out, but it appears like maybe my presumptions were, you know, a little bit off, so now I'm beginning to second guess myself.
I had to wait for my node to ID. Yeah, that makes 2 of us. We'll see how Audrey's schedule flattens out here sooner or later as well. There's some stuff going on there. But right now I'm looking into how to set up Hellschreiber on a DigiRig. That's my little morning exploration project. Hellschreiber from the meeting caught my attention.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of information and a whole lot of things there, and none of it really appeals to me. I don't really have the equipment for that, so I guess we'll just kind of let it lay and think that's one thing I don't have to investigate. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'd kind of blow the whole day here trying to do radio stuff. I don't know. Got some stuff at home I should be doing, but just don't feel like it right now. Maybe after I get my morning in, I'll feel like it and I'll head home. Otherwise, I'll get distracted somewhere on the way home. That sounds like a plan.
I've got the lawn on the list today, so I'm about to go out and start kicking around the grass and see if it's drying up yet. I don't think so. The fog's just pretty much melted off, or whatever that was this morning mist-wise, but that's where I'm heading, man. You have fun up there. Give my best to all the pals that I'm not going to see today. And if you find something that you think I would be stupid not to buy, let me know. KB8LNK, KD8SLG.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what all you need. It's kind of like the rest of us. We got most of the stuff we need, so this is just all a matter of fun stuff that we could add to the pile, I guess. Yeah, I got the yard on the schedule for this weekend. I think I'll probably have to hit that this afternoon. And maybe I'd stop on the way back if I had a little time and not much to do and enough energy. I'd swing past, I guess Russ lost an antenna. Thought I'd at least walk around the yard and see what kind of stuff I need to take along to make that thing happen. if I feel up to it here. That's kind of the tentative plan anyway.
Sounds like a plan. And well, give that curmudgeon Russ my best if you happen to go by there as well. I'm sure he would appreciate that. All right, man. I'm going to have at it this morning. So I'll catch you later. Have fun. KB8L and KKDSLG. I'll be clear on yours, Ron.
All right. Thanks for riding along. We'll catch up with you later. KD8SLG, KB8LNK Mobile.
W8HRF Mobile.
Good morning from KB8LNK.
Good morning, Ron. How are you doing today? Kind of heard you talking to Nick at the very, very end there when I got in the car. I wanted to say hi.
Yeah, I figured I might as well chat with somebody. Usually I got somebody here in the truck I can yak at, but it's kind of quiet since I'm by myself this trip.
I guess today the truck loses its VP presidential limo designator, so well, that's a bummer. So, what you up to today?
Well, I have way too many things to do, so I'm going to have to prioritize and do the stuff that is priority. I got a truck showing up I'm supposed to be doing wheel bearing or something on. But I left. It wasn't there yet, so I left. I want to do the Ham Fest. I want to get the yard mowed. I heard Russ lost an antenna, so I might swing past and see what I need to take along to make that happen. And, yeah, I'm just not quite sure. Really like to get my mast thing figured out, especially since I really ought to use that lift for that bearing job. Which means I'd have to clear out that bay and take all that stuff out of there so I can do that truck. So I'm not real interested in doing that truck, but try and work around that. It has to get done one way or another.
Oh, roger that. I know my father-in-law has a lift, and sometimes he'll use it to store stuff on, but then when he needs to use it, it's all full, so. What kind of a lift do you have? Is it one where you kind of drive up on a platform and then you can raise and lower it? Or is it one that has like the arms that swing underneath and you put them at the lift points?
Well, I got this property. It had a shop in it that had a automotive business in it, so it had a drive-on. You know, the two ramps, 4-post with two ramps on it that, you know, just drive on the ramps. That was in there when I bought the thing. And the more I work with it, the more limitation, you know, at work I use the arms on them. So I'm used to that, and those ramps are always in the way, and you can't pull tires off or nothing if you're sitting on the tires, so that become a real problem. So I bought one of the side-by-side with the arms, put it in the other side. So I have one of each, actually. That way I can kind of tailor that to whatever kind of a project I'm trying to accomplish there. Sometimes it's real handy to have the weight on the wheels, and sometimes it's not.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, I know for the one time we put our 4Runner up on the lift, it wasn't a problem to have the weight on the wheels. We were just cutting a small section of the rusted part of the frame out and welding a new part in. Well, I shouldn't say we. I should say my father-in-law was cutting it out. Well, he let me cut. He didn't let me weld, so that's okay. So anyways, that was that. So what else? Well, I am just on my way down here to the church. I got to drop some stuff off, and I got to let somebody in. We're going to try to get some air circulating through it because it's one of those old ones that does not have an air conditioner. So we're going to do that before we have this talk tonight at 4 o'clock. So and then I got to figure out what to do because the Ford Expedition, we were transporting some stuff to the church, and I got it there, and then I went to go turn it on to move it, and it wouldn't. So it would. What do you say? It would turn over, but it wouldn't start. So check the battery, check the fuel pump relay, check the fuses. They all look good, and then I went and I got a fuel pressure gauge from O'Reilly's, and it was at 0 during all of that. So I think I got myself a bad fuel pump. So we're gonna have to figure out if I just try to address that in the parking lot, or if I tow it to a shop, or if I tow it to my house to fix. So that's something I got to try to figure out today. And I'm getting a call, so I'm going to let you go, Ron. KB8LNK, W8HRF.
All right, take your call, and we'll catch up with you later. Nice chatting with you. Thanks for riding along, KB8LNK Mobile. KB8LNK, AA8CT, good morning, Ron. Good morning, Craig. How's it going? Sounds like you're at least up and ready to blow the trumpet.
Well, in that direction. I'm still on Apple Creek Road, but the repeater, the repeater this morning was picking up some strange stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm just about, got maybe 2 miles to 585, so I thought, well, I would try it and see if it goes through, and apparently it did. Where are you off to this morning?
I am motoring towards the Nor's Ham Fest up in Elyria. I hear a good deal calling me. Don't know what it is, but I'll find out when I get there.
Well, that would have been a possibility this morning had not it been for the fox hunt. But that's okay. Really, I don't know. See, I don't know what I don't even know what I want. So not only do I not know what I don't know what I want. So it really becomes a compounding problem. So anyway, well, you have a safe journey. I'm going to set this thing down. A bunch of farm implements out on Apple Creek Road this morning, so I will pay attention. There are those big up-in-the-air things. I said if the Jeep in front of me probably drive underneath it while it was still going forward. But those intrigue me. Anyway, hey, it was good talking to you. You be safe, have fun, and of course, I hope you get that which you don't know that you need. AA8CT with KB8LNK, right? I think. Anyway, take care, Ron. Good talking with you. Safe day.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I really need. Probably don't need anything. Probably ought to set up a table and get rid of some stuff, but that's not probably very likely. But I'll look around, see if there's something that I can find that I have room to store for a while, because that's the way I do. Buy stuff, store it for a while. Maybe someday we'll use it. But, yeah, thanks for riding along. Have yourself a good morning with your fox hunt thing, and I'd like to do that, but I'm not sure that I have time to be in 3 places at once, so I'll just do this. Have a great day. Talk to you later. HCT KAB8LNK.
KAB8LNK K8AMA.
Good morning, Dick. How have you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. I was kind of becoming concerned. Hope you're doing fine. What are you up to today?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm in the Suma plant, and I'm currently at the grain and is undergoing some tests for oh man, and there's line check. They put me on the table, belly down, and drilled some holes in my spine, and looking for rounds of cancer. So that's what we're doing now, just waiting around.
Well, I guess that doesn't sound like any fun, but it's got to be done, I guess. Hope that if they find anything, they can figure out how to deal with it. Yeah, well, might have to figure out where you're at there and stop by and say, hey, if I get a minute.
Well, I'll be hanging around here for a while, and I think I'll be here for a week or two, and then probably some treatment from there. So sort of waiting to see what's going on, and sort of feel like I'm in the Army. Hurry up, get more lively to see.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a little out of my knowledge group, so I guess I don't know even where to go with all that, but keep me updated, that's for sure. Always like to know what's going on when people are not in their normal routine.
Well, my normal routine is sort of been has a hold put on it for now, but it is heading for quite a change.
do some amazing things if they can figure out what's going on. They seem to do pretty well with that sort of stuff. I know my dad kind of pulled through his pretty well, and he's still going strong, so hopefully they can do the same thing for you.
Well, just keep an eye on me and make sure I act as mean as your old man, right? Oh, man. Well, I just wanted to jump in here. And are you headed for a M-Fetch today or what?
Yes, Norsersfest up in Illyria is happening this morning, so I thought I'd go up there. I like to walk around at those gatherings. It's more of a social event for me. I get to see people that I rarely get to meet and all that kind of thing, but I have managed to walk out of there with something just every trip. So I like to keep going up there. So that's my plan for the morning anyway.
Well, I'll have to keep an eye on you. And what's in your truck now versus what's in your truck on the way back. But if you run into Dan and any of the guys that get on the 7-9 in the morning, tell everybody I said hi, and hopefully I'll be in touch with them on the net here before too long.
All right, yeah, I can do that. I don't know who all you normally talk to, but I will try and pass that along to the ones that I've heard you talk to already. See if let them know that you're just itching to get back in here and chat with them.
Well, absolutely. And who's with you? Do you have any of your money buddies with you?
I'm not sure. I kind of chopped them up and then up here. I kind of little.
We may be coming to the end of the road here. I was just wondering if you had anybody with you.
No, I don't have anybody with me today. Nick usually rides along, but he had a prior commitment he needs to handle. And I thought Ben was maybe going to go along, but he worked last night and wasn't sure he was going to hear his alarm clock this morning. And I haven't heard from him yet, so I just finally left. So we'll see see what I can pick up here. Maybe I won't have anybody in my ear saying, buy that, buy that, buy that. Yeah, I usually don't have that kind of problem. I usually have people telling me, don't buy that. That was stupid. Don't buy that. And I pick it up anyway. So, yeah, riding alone today. That's why I'm on the radio. Otherwise, I usually chat with whoever's here. But yeah, it's good to have somebody to chat with.
Well, I've got people coming in here to take care of me, so I'm going to have to take off. So don't spend all your money, but have fun there, buddy. And wish I could have jumped in with you. That would have been fun. But who knows? Maybe I'll be around for the next one, and I might even fly more than I. So anyway, gonna say 73 and take care of business here, buddy. This is K8AM in the portable in Barberton Hospital.
Hope they treat you well and get you all fixed up there. We'll have to do this again sometime. It's been a while. And, yeah, it's been nice chatting with you. It really has. I've kind of missed chatting with you. So, we'll catch up with you later. I'm probably about out of string here, so I'll shut up to KAB8LNK Mobile.
KE8QFT, this is KE8UKZ. Are you around now, Fred? Alan, you got a copy? Yeah, I can hear you pretty good up here. Almost sounding your way. Well, it was choppy. You're breaking up a bit. Real quick, where are you right now? I'm on the turnpike up here by coming up on 71. Seems like it's really been loud. I know it's on the phone, but it's fucked up. And it's got contact on the radio. Well, we'll have to try later on. Maybe when you get, when you get off the road or something, because it's not working too well, right? It's just choppy, KE8QFT.
W8WKY.
Well, Alan, if you can hear me, 73 for now. It's just not working right now. K8QFT. We're clear with KE8UKZ. K8QFT here. Anyone else out here this morning?